Hi, Mary from Reviewer's Diary. I'm going to cut away so you can watch this, and then I'm going to cut right back in again. Cut. Okay, so I am kicking off a new series. Can you see why? These are all travel size or sample size. So what I'm going to be kicking off is a rolling sample slash travel size series. I was going to make it sample Sunday, but Sunday, you know, I might tape it on a different day than Sunday. Who knows? It may end up becoming sample Sunday, but I'm not sure. But I do know that I have an outrageous number of travel size and sample size products, and I am going to have to get through these. Now, this is too big for me to hold up to show you at my, you know, when I'm filming. But what I will do is I'll pick out 10 products, and then I will show you those products, and we'll see how long it takes to get through some of them. There is an eye cream in there that I do want to start using right away. This one right here came in my latest Beauty Fix box. It's a sample, but it's a good size sample. And I do want to start using that one right away. So that will definitely be one of the choices. I can't do a roulette at this point yet, because if I go to stick my hand inside here, everything will just fall all over. Plus it's, you know, I have overflow over here, you know, products here, and I have overflow here. It's like a never-ending bundle of travel sizes and sample sizes. So I will be going through these. I'm not exactly sure what the plan is going to be yet, but I will do this as an intro video. I did also finish some samples already, but by the way, that's the puppy's toy. That's what that pink thing is. But anyway, I already did work through some samples, so hold on, and I'll be right back with mini reviews of those samples, and I can show you, as well as the first 10 things that I'm going to pick out of this bunch of stuff. As you can see, you'll be treated to a Squicks unboxing shortly. But this the largest of the bins down here below, the blue one, I think will hold it all. Because I did take it all out of my Alex because I wanted to concentrate on these things. Now I know there are other items that are still MIA that I was not able to find yet. So those items will also get added, but I will talk to you about those additions when that time comes. I have all of these cologne samples. This thing I got on Amazon. It's not available anymore. I can look for it again if you are interested, and I can see on the end I have some lip brushes. They're gonna get changed out, but yeah, almost every slot is full in this cologne thing, and that's not all of the cologne samples. So I guess I should pick a cologne sample as well as 10 products from the sample and travel size. So I have a whole lot of crap. I have a lot of travel size and minis and samples, so much so that I have like no place to put it all. I took it all out of my Alex drawers because I was like, look at this, and I was pulling stuff out. This is so small. I gotta blah, blah, blah. And I was like, you know what? I am going to make a rolling project pan that is all sample and travel size. Now, I was going to do a sample Sunday and, you know, do that. So I have stuff for sample Sunday, and I'm going to actually go over these, except it's not going to be Sunday when this is shown, most likely. But I also, after I gathered up all that stuff, it's still on my bed. I'm going to be moving that to the drawer, the blue drawer that I also show in the video, because it's big enough and deep enough to hold it all. Like, I had that stuff scattered throughout my drawer. So a little of this, a little of that, little small stuff here, small stuff there. And it was like part of what was getting to me. It was making me crazy. Like, this stuff is small and I'm never going to use it. And it was getting lost in the drawers. And so now I have everything out, and I am going to be putting it away in the blue drawer that I show in the video. That should definitely hold it all. I went mainly with things that were on the top that I really wanted to try right away. But the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go over the samples that I did use. This was a set that I got, the shampoo and stuff, and I'm going to go over these things, and then I'm going to go over the things that I pulled from my pile of stuff to use up. And I'll be probably filming a lot of updates, like a little bit more often than most of my videos, because I'll be going through a lot of products very quickly, some of them very quickly. Alright, so this was going to be for my sample Sunday, but it is basically a bunch of samples, and I got this Obliphica professional hair set from sample thing on Ulta, and I got the purple items. Now, I didn't get all those purple items. I got 3 items: a shampoo, conditioner, and a shine serum. Now, I'll pull these out, and I'll note everything down below. They're kind of sticky. Didn't expect that. Anyway, they are the Seaberry group of products, and you can see that I used all of these. A shampoo, conditioner, and a shine serum. And the shampoo and conditioner were okay, but they weren't like, I should say hair mask, but they weren't stellar. They weren't like, wow, I gotta run out and buy that stuff. It's so awesome. Oh my God, it's so great, blah, blah. You know, all that stuff we say to ourselves. But the hair serum, I got just this little pack, and it was good for one use. My hair was so shiny when I used this hair serum. Like a lit within shiny. Like it's not now, but this is definitely going in my book of things to buy. So I really like the hair serum the most of all 3 of these products, and it's going to get written down in my book of things to consider in the future. I'm not going to just be buying things anymore the way I was, like, oh, that's really good, I think I'll buy it. I'm not going to be doing that anymore, but what I will be doing is I'll be keeping track of the things that are stellar and that I plan to buy in the future. Okay, so next thing is this set that I got. It was a sample set from Bare Minerals. Now, I didn't get it from Bare Minerals. I got it from making a purchase on Ulta, and it basically had these 2 packets inside. I have to say, of the 2 things in here, my favorite thing was the face wash. Now, this set, Naturally Luminous Duo, came with Purifying Facial Cleanser. And it also came with Purely Nourishing Moisturizer. First, the moisturizer was no great shakes. It was not any better than any other moisturizer I've tried. So I'm not that wild about the moisturizer. I could live without it forever. The product that I loved, and I think I will put in my book of things to buy in the future, is the Purifying Facial Cleanser. Now, what I liked about this cleanser is it had a really nice slip to it. I don't know, like, it was not creamy, but it had like a quality where it had like a smoothness to it, but it wasn't like a silicone smooth. It was like, I don't know, it's very hard to describe. It just had a really nice slip, and it left my skin feeling really clean and not dried out. So this is going to go into my book of things to buy in the future, because I really did like the cleanser. I did look at it on Ulta, and I think it's just a little bit overpriced, so I'm not positive that I'll get it someday. And who knows what things I will discover as I use samples up. Now, I only have 2 other samples. Neither of them are cruelty-free. I know Bare Minerals is cruelty-free, at least I think it is, and the hair stuff, I have no idea. But like I say, I always tell you guys, look it up, because from day to day, things are cruelty-free and then they're not, or vice versa. So, I'll start first with my favorite of the last two products, and one of them was this Dr. Brandt Microdermabrasion. Now this, I used this as a cleanser when my skin was already fairly clean, usually in the morning, and I love this stuff. So I'm not going to buy it because it's Dr. Brandt, but it's a good thing that I got a tube of it in my BoxyCharm box a couple months ago, because I love this stuff. I've used Vasanti Brighten Up Scrub. It's much rougher than this one is, and this, honestly, like, it just made my skin feel clean without being dried out, and it didn't feel scratchy. You know, this is just my opinion, because some of you have different experiences than I do, you know, so you'll have different things to say, and it's just the way it reacted with my skin, reacted beautifully. And I do love this, but sadly, I'll never be buying it. It's a shame, because I really loved it. I do have a tube of it, and I will enjoy every second of it. And then there is this Lifeactive Serum from Vichy. Vichy is also not a cruelty-free brand. It is made in France, and you know, France is into the cruelty-free EU pretty deep, but the problem with Vichy is it's sold in China, and you guys know, as soon as something's sold in China, the company has to give consent for animal testing, and it's done in China. If you've watched this beginning of this video where I splice in all the stuff I have that is travel size and sample size, you will know that I am trying to work through those things quickly. I'm not going to do a sample Sunday. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to do a monthly video with updates on what's finished, what's not finished, and so on and so forth. So these are the products that I picked out of the bunch of stuff that is over there on the bed. Yeah, I'll be putting that away shortly, right after this video actually. And I picked 12 if you count the cologne. I picked 11 skin, face, hair, and 1 cologne. So I'm going to go over each product one at a time, and then I'll put also a list down below with the names of everything, and I'm going to give you guys an update. I'm going to try to make it once a month. When I have a foil packet of something and it runs out right away, I will replace it with something else, and so on and so forth. And so every month I should have a pretty decent video and some short reviews. Starting off, I have this cologne, and this was a sample from, I think it was from Sephora, I'm not sure. So it's got a little tiny spray bottle inside, which is good because I prefer the spray bottles, and it's called Invictus. Isn't this like a man's thing? I guess I'll find out. If it's a men's cologne, I'll give it to my son. Okay, next thing is this Replenix Eye Repair Cream. Now, I got this eye cream in a Beauty Fix box. I think it was my last Beauty Fix. The Beauty Fix for May. It was the one Beauty Fix box that everybody complained about because there were so many sample size products, and this was one of them, but it's a pretty valuable sample. I think I remember that the full size is like some astronomical price, and this is like $37 worth or something like that. I think it's worth 37 bucks, but anyway, it's time for a new eye cream. I just finished one. You'll see that in my empties, and so I will start this and use it. There's not a lot in there. It looks like, I can't really see through it well enough, but it feels like it's only about half full, so it doesn't have a lot. It's just got a big tube for not a lot of product. Next is something that I just got with a purchase from Derma Store, and it's one of my favorite brands, which is SkinMedica. I believe it's a sunblock type of a face cream. So I really enjoyed the SkinMedica product that we got in a Beauty Fix box that was a sunscreen, and it mixed well with my other moisturizers, and so I decided to pick this because it's one of my favorite brands and I don't want it to go bad before I get to use it. Now, I just was reading with my glasses and I'm not sure if this moisturizer is going to work for me. It says for oily and combination skin, but I guess if I put my other moisturizers on with it, then it should be okay. But we'll find out, and if I don't like it and if it doesn't work for me, I'll be getting rid of it. Little stuff like this, though, I don't think is something that you give to people when you declutter. Plus, I have to use enough of it to know whether I like it or not. The next thing, also, this is not cruelty-free, is Aven again, and this is Hydrience Hydrating Cream. And so we'll find out just how hydrating this really is. So we'll find out if this works for me or it doesn't, and it doesn't matter because I'm not going to buy it because it's not cruelty free. Next thing is, now I know this was cruelty free because I looked it up. I got this in a Birchbox, and there's just up to here product here. So this cream is also a moisturizer, and I am really looking forward to seeing how this works because this might be one of those things that gets written into the back of my book for things to buy. You never know when you're going to come across something that really works for you. Now I have two more things that I threw in here. These are Bella Ora, and they're worth about 30 bucks a piece, these travel sizes. One of them is used like a serum and the other like a moisturizer, and so I'm going to be using these up mainly because I did get these in a Good Being box, and they're like natural products, but they cost a ridiculous amount of money, so I'm going to be using these up. Next is an item that I got from Elizabeth Arden, and it is Prevage. This was like purchased with a purchase sample, and this is their famous Prevage or Prevage or however you say it, and it's anti-aging moisturizer. So I'm going to get some use out of this and really enjoy the heck out of it, because that's one of the reasons I'm doing this project at all. Next thing is an unusual thing, and it does have a mark on it, but it doesn't make sense that it's there. And that is this Murad Invisblur. And I do have this on today under my makeup, and it does work really well as a really nice primer and a nice base. It has a reverse pump, and so I know I marked it here. It's in some project, I have no idea which, and it's probably no longer like operational, the project it was in, but you can actually see that it is right here. I'm going to mark things after I get done recording this video, so there'll be new marks and stuff, and I'll have to get rid of that other mark somehow, because it's kind of a defunct mark. Next thing is another product that I got in a Beauty Fix box, and it's a brand I really like, and I did look it up. It is cruelty free. It's by a brand named Numa, and this is a hair smoothing cream, which is perfect for the crazy hair that I have. I have a lot of product in my hair just to make it not stand straight out, and so I'll be anxious to try this. This clearly is a travel size of this product. So there are two more things left that I'll be using, and they're like a brand I hadn't heard of before getting it in a Beauty Fix box, and they are by Derma Shea Labs, and they're Bio Rewind. One is AM and one is PM. Now, obviously the one that's PM I won't be able to use on the nights that I use my Retin-A, which I'm trying to make be every night, but for products like this, I will go back to my normal, which is to have at least one night a week that I don't use Retin-A. So this is the Bio Rewind AM. It's a little tiny tube, but it probably has, it looks like holding it up to the light, like I can see through it here. Holding up to the light, it looks like this tube is pretty full, like full, here's the other side of it, full all the way up to almost the crimp. So it is really full of product, and I'm kind of anxious to check this out. If I really like it, I might buy it if it's cruelty-free. This is what the full size looks like. Then again, I might not, because I'm looking at the back here and I wrote the sample price is $12.50, and I'm really against, I think that's I think this product probably costs $125, which is why this is $12.50. So I won't be buying it. If I was wealthy and money was no object, well, first of all, I would help the poor and do a whole lot more like charity type work, but aside from that, in my personal life, I would be, you know, I would buy it probably if it was really fabulous, if I was wealthy enough to buy it, but I'm not, so I'm not going to. Next thing is the Derma Shea Labs Bio Rewind PM, and this also came, is this upside down? Yes, the tube is in there upside down. Nice. This is a different type of a tube. It's like a little pump tube, like almost like a serum tube. So I'll be prying the lid off of that when that's gone. But I'm sure if it's anything like the other one, it is really full. So this is Bio Rewind PM by Derma Shea Labs. So one is for morning and one is for evening. So I'll really enjoy those. That's one good thing about getting a Beauty Fix box. You get to try a lot of products you normally wouldn't have the money to try, and sometimes you discover the perfect thing for you, and that certainly is the case with my favorite moisturizer. Let me pull that out, because I just bought this because my original tube is almost empty, and that is the Replenish Hydrating Cream. Now, my love for the Replenish Hydrating Cream began when I got a little tiny sample tube that I cut open because it was just such a nice cream. Perfect for anybody who's got really dry skin or any kind of eczema. It just fixes everything. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy it, please do give it a thumbs up. Please be kind with your comments. This is part of my Mary's Minimalism. I'm going to be using up all of my little sizes because when I travel, I don't really bring the little sizes. I bring my bigger sizes. So I have a lot of little sizes of things that I've gotten mostly in boxes and bags and as like rewards from Sephora or Ulta or whatever. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. This has been Mary with Reviewer's Diary. And if you want to subscribe, there's going to be a big giant face showing up. It's probably there right now. And that big picture of me, you click on it, you can subscribe to my channel. So thank you very much and have a beautiful evening. Good night.